Why do we need a building engineer for your building? Hello friends, today I will explain you why we need a building engineer for your building. Generally, when people want to build a house, they generally opt for a team of skilled and unskilled labor, headed by a mason. They are without a doubt equipped to execute the plans. But when it comes to structural soundness, it is always better to have a building engineer on board. Building engineers are a special category of civil engineers who are trained in structural design. They are also known as structural engineers. So, whether you are looking for luxury flats in any town or wish to build your own home, here are the reasons why you should always employ the services of a building engineer. When individuals engage in the home building process, they usually hire an architect to make the plans and directly hand them to the contractor to begin construction. But the architect has only considered the aesthetics and efficient use of space, and the contractor will blindly follow the construction plan. This is where the building engineer comes in, analyzes the plan, and actually ensures that the structure will withstand all the loads that it will eventually bear on completion. They also take into account the natural weather progression of the region and help accommodate the building to withstand the usual natural disasters. With such benefits in mind, here are a few scenarios where the building engineer should be brought in. Building a new home. As discussed at the start, if you are building a new home for yourself or as an investment, always have a building engineer analyze the plans and make the required structural changes. They also help ensure that you adhere to the legal restrictions set by your local governing body. An efficient building engineer will integrate slope, soil quality, water quality, foundation type, etc. to give the best output possible to last your family for generations. Renovating your home. Homes will need an upgrade periodically. It could be a simple matter of adding a coat of paint or new rooms and extensions to accommodate an expanding family. Adding new structures to the house has to be signed off by a building engineer, as it creates additional load on the foundation and the skeleton. Renovation can also mean having to knock down a few elements, and the engineer will tell you whether it is safe to remove them. Essentially, they will help you maintain the house's structural integrity even as your remodeling goes into effect. This is why developers of luxury flats in major cities always keep a building engineer on site to ensure that the apartment's structural integrity is preserved at any cost. Bringing attention to structural damage. When the building is almost ready, a building inspector is sent from the local authorities to examine and sign off on it before handing it over. There could be possible damage that comes to their notice, and it could mean a lengthy and expensive legal process. Instead, you can call in a building engineer and have them inspect the building beforehand. Not only do they bring the damage to your notice, but also help identify its source and how to rectify it. The engineers also help you address possible property damage that could be caused by weather conditions and accidents like fire, burst water pipes in the walls, electrical damage, etc. They can also be called in after a natural disaster to determine the extent of damage and how to fix it. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. For getting more useful and interesting information, subscribe to Engineer AJ Ladd's channel How to Make My House.